Welcome to Buy, Hold, Sell. My name's Matthew Kidman, and today we have Chris Stopp from Wilson Asset Management and Mark Devcich from Pi Funds, and we are talking about those micro caps who are growing into good little toddlers that are running pretty hard. Start with you, Mark. Vita Group, telco retailer, buy, hold or sell?
We think it's a buy, Matthew. Vita Group's been our most successful investment at Pi Funds. We really love Maxine Horn. We think she's instilled a great culture at Vita. She's a great motivator of people. We think there's an opportunity that they can replicate what they've done in the retail channel and move that into the small medium business channel and have the potential to increase earnings to $100 million EBITDA in the next few years. So for those reasons, we think it's a buy.
Chris, you feel that strongly about it?
Buy for us, Matthew, for all the same reasons as Mark. The other key thing I'd mention there is they've renewed their agreement with Telstra in recent times. So even though the CEO sold down, at the same time they renewed that contract with Telstra. You know, strong operating cash flow business, you know, long-term relationship in place with Telstra, which is the key. So really strong momentum with several profit upgrades occurring in the last few years, so buy.
Baby Bunting, self-explanatory company, and you've been at that pointy end as a customer in recent times. Buy, hold or sell?
Buy, Matthew, of course. Really high quality management team. They've been there before. They've done that very early in the store rollout phase. High return on capital business. Under-penetrated into the key New South Wales market. So one of the highest quality retailers that exist on the ASX today, so buy.
Mark, do you like the baby story?
It's a bit early for me, but I agree with Chris. I put it on a hold. I think the valuation it's up there. It's trading over 30 times FY16 PE, but we really like the guys from TDM Asset. I think they've done a great job. They've had success with other rollouts in the last few years. High return on capital, as Chris says, but we just can't get around the valuation. So for now, we'll put it on a hold.
All right, let's get into the kitchen pantry and something sweet. Capilano, honey, buy, hold or sell?
We think this is a hold as well. We actually prefer our New Zealand honey to our Australian honey. So we've got our honey exposure through a company called Comvita. We think Comvita is the high quality business. They're doing more Manuka honey, higher value add products and higher gross margins. But in saying that, Capilano, Ben McKee's done a fantastic job. I first looked at the company and it was about $3. Now it's $21, $22. So it left a lot of money on the table there. It's trading probably the upper end of its trading range in the last few years. So we think it's a hold for now.
Chris, honey never goes off.
No, it doesn't.
So is honey Capilano or buy, hold or sell?
Sell for us. Look, we've missed it like Mark, unfortunately. We don't think it's, we think it's a sell at these levels. High, incredibly expensive now, agricultural risk, and we just are concerned about the amount of product of theirs that's getting shipped to China. They're not quite sure how much it is, but that regulatory risk that exists around vitamins, Manuka honey in particular, that's moving into China remains a great unknown for us. So that regulatory risk also puts us off, so sell.
Surfing's pretty cool, but online retailing is not. Surf Stitch, buy, hold or sell?
Well, it hasn't been cool recently, so hold Surf Stitch for us. Just come off the back of a nasty profit downgrade. The CEO that exited the business 3 months ago, really an option value for now. The newspapers have speculated as to whether there'd be a takeover approach. Who knows, but it's a hold for option value at the moment for us.
Mark, you're a surfer? Buy, hold or sell?
I think this one's a sell. We had a bit of a wipeout on Surf Stitch ourselves. Like Chris says, there is an option value. The lower the share price goes, probably the more likely a private equity takeout is to occur. We thought that last profit announcement was absolutely terrible, and so did the market, obviously, but they are burning a lot of cash in the second half. Their swell business in the US looks like it's in a deep hole, and they really need to get out of that quickly, otherwise their balance sheet, which looks pretty healthy at the moment, is going to be in a lot of trouble.
All right, off with the board shorts, put on the suit. Patents, Zenith IP.
Zenith, I'm going to say this is a buy. We were in there at IPO and then left it again, but revisited it recently. We think there's opportunities to make a decent size acquisition in Australia. We think they had a fantastic first half result. They're well ahead of their prospectus guidance. I'd expect them to probably come out and update the market because they're just so far ahead of prospectus numbers. So for that reason, it's a buy.
Chris, a few years ago, registering patents wasn't even a business on the stock market. Now we've got a couple, and Zenith IP has been terrific. Buy, hold or sell?
Hold, Matthew. Same valuation as its closest peer, IPH or Spruson & Ferguson, which is the market leader and more established business. It really does need earnings upgrades, we believe, to justify the current price. and the new kid on the block. So for us, it's a hold for now.
Sounds like the toddlers are going to become teenagers.